chemicals and all of that until it crystallizes.
Yeah, man.
Now
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's here. That's why the motherfuckers like, damn, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then you get more people. This is the science behind the circle. You know what I'm saying? You get more people to operate like that under one roof. You know what I'm saying? Or one place. You know what I'm saying? That's that group manifestation. Like group prayer and shit like that.
Yes,
that's what group prayer was meant in African spirituality. It was to be done in that way. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Nah, that's where it's at, man. Here, bro. Oh, yeah.
This motherfucker still smoking.
The African spirituality, bro. See? That's where that's at. So, I build on that too, bro. Because I've been studying those, the African cosmology of the Ubuntu Congo. And
what's that about?
It's a correlation of the studies in spirituality systems of the Congolian empires and a lot of the nations in Africa and the motherlands.
Right.
Even north or south of Asia.
Right.
These systems, you can find these cosmology systems all across Asia. Right. And even America. Like when you see the Mayan, what is the Mayan calendar?
Yeah.
That's in a type of a origin. You can date back into those times. But
yeah.
But spirituality in those systems of cosmology, you build them with energy of the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know, it is
energy and not just truth, but facts that if anybody was to go through these type of insights, it will be the same results. It's like a pattern, you know. This is why I say about truth is everybody has their own truth because somebody can be programmed. The commercial is the program. Your mother could be the commercial. Like you were saying, you know, everything that your family said was hot, that's what you thought was hot.
Yeah.
They was the commercial for you. So, you know, your dad the commercial.
My dad is the ultimate. He's the ultimate.
You know what I'm saying? He tell you what car to get, what kind of oil to get.
Yep.
You know, he ain't gonna tell you outside of that thought.
We ain't had children. That's one of my biggest contradictions to him, right? Because I didn't have the nurturing thing, and me and my mama relationship was kind of rocky. I never understood how fucking significant that would be. You know what I'm saying? Not because mother and father are two principles. You know what I'm saying? The polarity principle. You know what I'm saying? And when you missing your yin or yang, you know what I'm saying? That shit is going to show back up. You know what I'm saying? It may not be apparent immediately, but once you get to, especially when you get to dealing with the opposite sex when you get older, you know what I'm saying? And you have not had a good, especially men, when they've not had a good relationship with their mother, you know what I'm saying? They just miss that whole, the negative part of our experience. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We know the positive. We know the straight lines. We know the geometry. We know the very calculated, sort of logical shit. But when women come with that other side of it, you know what I'm saying? Other side of the game, the spiritual side of things. You know what I'm saying? That awaken us, the feminine principle that comes to awaken and give those straight edges some curves. Give that shit some color. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Give it some movement, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Give it some movement. You know what I'm saying? That's when you become well-rounded. If you don't got that shit, you get the motherfuckers, man, who just assholes. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything has to make sense logically. You know, and all of that. But even the conversation we was having about vibration don't fit into the intellectual arena at all. Because when you get onto any intellectual stage right now in this country, you know, whether it be at Yale or MIT or any of these places, the prestigious places where the intellectuals meet to speak and build, you bring shit like vibration in there. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be looking at you sideways because it doesn't fit into the scientific method that Europeans brought, you know what I'm saying, to this plane.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Cause what we building on, cause the intellectual insights, spiritual insights to my movement, building culture and calculating all these different recipes, the recipe for health, recipe for economics, the recipe of how we can build as a community, you know, start a village, a nation, black nation movement. This is important for us to start building these thoughts and building these different villages, getting some land. The family hit me up the other day about getting some land out in Detroit, coming together as a team, building resources, and selling property, building property, selling property, getting real estate. And that's cool, man. That's what the path is on. That's something I've been talking about, getting land. Remember, I was just talking about the land.
Yeah, the land, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Word.
So, you know, first thing today is I get a message talk about, yo, we need to come in, pitch in it, and come together and get some land out in Detroit. All right, cool. That's peace. Because we on the same wave path. You know, I'm not sure if we're going to all the way connect on that same project, but most definitely is interested on that opportunity to start building on some land, getting some land, not just to sell it, but to actually build. Yeah.
Cultivate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, getting some cultivation going on. And even what you was just saying, man, I vibe with that because spiritually, looking at things spiritually, we have to find a way to have a conversation about things that's uncomfortable.
Gotcha.
We holding too much secrets and talking about it to people who never will help us heal ourselves from those situations.
Mm-hmm.
They will listen to those situations because we had to build some type of trust with them. You know, some woman that fell in love with some dude, so she done told him some secrets. Or you tell some secrets to a healer that's gonna heal you, not to somebody who you fell in love with temporarily.
Word.
Yeah. Right. Hey, what's going on? When I just walk on set and shot us or some shit. Y'all shoot shot us 3 up in this bitch.
Oh man, no, it's a movie, man.
I shoot shot us 3 up
Hey,
in this bitch.
you know what was literally happening though? I'm about to give you the science of what was happening, right? See,
I got toilet paper, man.
it was a frequency. You know what I'm saying? It was a frequency. We found a literal wavelength, and we was just both literally relaxing on that motherfucker, like laying down on that bitch like Lord Shiva. You know what I'm saying? And we was literally just like we was just building on certain shit. Like
Everybody tell me I need to record myself when I'm speaking.
Yeah, and you know what?
This is